Hey all, Hipper here. So if you're one of the people who have bought the Land Rover DLC for Snowrunner, then I'm sure you know that you're going to get two Defender versions here in this downloadable content. One is the old 90, which is the one right here, and the second is the new model, the 110. And which one is better? I mean, these are both excellent off-road machines, and I'm sure you're going to take both of them out because I'm assuming people who buy this DLC are, you know, Land Rover Defender aficionados. So the only real difference when it comes to accessories is that the older Defender can actually fit 33-inch tires, as well as actually having the ability to add a roll cage as well. Now, roll cage itself doesn't really do much other than being, you know, looking cool, but it is a difference. So if we look at the new version, the 110, and go down here, you can see you can only fit 32-inch tires on this car here. Not that it really makes much of a difference in real life, and as we will get to that later on, the two cars are fairly similar, although there are one big difference. So if we start out with the short wheelbase older model here, the 90 wheelbase, then I mean it's a great off-roader, but compared to the 110, I think it is a little bit skittish, and I think it comes down to the fact that there's not that much, you know, space between the axles. It's as simple as that. So on a small twisty track like this, it is a little bit jumpy and bumpy, and it also seems like the center of gravity is higher in the 90 compared to the 110. It does feel like this is a vehicle that will roll in situations where the 110 would not roll. So obviously that's quite a difference. And yes, I realize you can get 1 inch bigger tires on the 90 version here, but that is really the only difference. The 110, on the other hand, feels a lot more planted on the road. It's a lot less skittish, and I'm thinking perhaps actually taking the suspension down a notch on the 90 would help out a bit. But as you can see, the 110, it's a lot more composed than the 90, and like it is a newer vehicle, so I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons why. And I mean, as fun as the old Defender is, and I've driven a lot of those, and they are very charming, shall we put it like that, on normal roads. They're certainly made for being in the mud. In this DLC here, I would, just like in the real world, I would pick the new 110 Defender. I just think it's a better package overall. It's a little bit more reliable. It's not as skittish, and it does have that longer wheelbase that just makes it a little bit more reliable and not so all over the place, really. So of course, that's not to say that the old trusty Land Rover Defender 90, and obviously this one also comes in a 110 version, but this is the older model, is bad in any way. No, it's one of the best, and also in the game, it's one of the best scouts out there. But if I had to pick between these two here, I would pick the 110, like I said before. And it kind of hurts me because I really like the old Defender. But like I said, the risk of rolling in this thing here, it just seems a lot more pronounced than it does in the 110. And that's probably the reason that I will stick with the 110 going forward. So if you haven't downloaded the DLC already, I mean, it's only about $7 or $8, and not really much of an outlay there for two of the, you know, most iconic Land Rovers or four-wheel drives in the world, really. So I recommend this DLC. It's cheap, and you get a lot of bang for the buck here, really, I think. Yeah, that's my opinion, and I'll go with the 110. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you out there.